I was 2 meters from him when he kicked the ball. It was like magic for me. It was like I was in a sci-fi movie.
So what is the real stuff of BCI now? How much it can help human beings? To what extent?
Yeah, this is a very good point. I think we need to be very clear and very straightforward with society about what can be done and what is just hype or fantasy. At this point, we know that brain-computing interface and brain-machine interfaces can be helpful to patients suffering from a variety of brain disorders, a variety of neurological disorders, and very likely even psychiatric disorders. So that's the concrete mainstream ideas that I'm very excited about, because I have been witnessing the development of these new therapies with partners here in Brazil, in Europe, and in Beijing at Xuanhu Hospital, the Capital Medical University, where we have a very wonderful partnership. We have seen patients walking again, recovering the ability to walk after many, many years of spinal cord injuries. Well, you need to know that a year ago, a very important paper came out, was published in the Lancet Neurology, a very famous journal. Latest estimates around the world suggest that 3.4 billion people suffer from at least one of the 37 most frequent neurological disorders. That is 43% of humanity. It's a huge number. This number just before the pandemic was 1 billion. Is now 3.4 billion. When you talk about the state-of-the-art of brain-machine interfaces and brain-computing interfaces, you are talking about being able to help a huge number of these people, like patients with spinal cord injury, for instance.
Yeah.
Patients they're recovering from a stroke, that lost the ability to speak or to move. Patients with degenerative disorders like Parkinson's disease. I believe, and this is now on the front line of the field, I believe that the same technology could help people with chronic epilepsy that cannot be treated otherwise with medication or surgery. The same thing, I actually believe, based on some preliminary studies, that we may be able to help patients with chronic depression, for instance, which could be 500 million people around the world.